What's up, guys? It's been a week. I've received about 20 messages saying, hey, you need to post a video. I actually never wanted to talk about this subject ever, and I'm not talking about it because I have a blank mind or anything. I'm not talking about it because I've changed that opinion. You know, to be honest, I like noobs. I like shooting noobs, so the more players that get better at this game, the harder my life is, in my opinion, because I like noobs. But there are always going to be noobs. People do want to get better, and people do want to hear what I have to say about this. Well, maybe, they might not. But the reason why I'm posting this is because I have never actually seen a video about Call of Duty that has actually ever made me better. Ever. So I'm going to bring you the first. Alright, so there's pretty much 7 bullet points. There's aim, there's your play speed, there's how you think about the game and what you know about the game. There's your expectations of yourself. You gotta know what you want to achieve. You gotta have a good example of what you want to achieve. Some other player that's doing it like you want to do it. And basically, you never want to quit. If you're not doing well, raise your expectations of yourself. Just play better. And I guess finally, there's going to be your gear outside of the game, which can help you, but it's definitely not everything. There are some players that are just shoot-on-sight players that will absolutely demolish you. So let's talk about aim. Alright? There's more than a few types of aim. There's your panic aim. There's your straight-up, I'm afraid of this guy, let me see if I'm going to shoot first. You know, I didn't know he was here. Surprise. Let's shoot. Okay, that's your carnal reaction, freak out, oh my god, what the hell is happening to me aim. And then there's your situational aim, okay? You got 4 guys surrounding you. Which guy do you shoot first to survive? And then there's your snap aim, okay? You shoot right on your target. You hit with the first bullet, you finish with the last bullet. Good snap is necessary for weapons like the FAMAS, you know, in Modern Warfare 2, or the M16 in this game, you know, burst weapons. Good snap is necessary for killing people off of head glitches. Then there's your follow aim. And that's the aim you need to follow a target that's moving. You know, the guy that drops in the last stand, he can always be killed before he can shoot a single bullet at you, even if he's already shooting. Basically, he has to stop for a moment. But did you follow him well enough to the ground? Okay? You want to practice all 4 of those, you know, get better at all of them, but you do want to separate them. That way you know what situations you're addressing. Alright, and all that's going to lead up to what I call a good time to kill. The ultimate goal is to reduce this to a minimum and not waste any bullets killing your target. So if a guy's on a head glitch, you want to kill him as fast as you would if he's not on that head glitch, okay? And you don't really want to waste any bullets while you're doing it, you know what I mean? Or if a guy's behind you, you want to kill him as fast as if he's in front of you, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So you're just basically always trying to lower your time to kill. Play speed, okay? How fast do you play? There's a difference between panicking, like a panic knife, and a reaction knife. A reaction knife, I saw him, knifing is the best thing to do. So you thought about how long you took to knife this guy. But your panic is your actual, you know, oh my god, there's a guy in front of me, hit the button, right? In order to panic well, the only way to actually achieve that is to, in your mind, fear death. So just always be afraid of dying. And the moment you see something, you'll shoot at it. The moment you see something, you'll knife it. You won't even think about it. It'll just happen. But your reaction obviously comes with thought. It's a situation like there's 4 guys surrounding you. Which one do you shoot first, okay? What you want to do, you want to play in a perfectly, constantly panicked state. But you want to try to play with great, thoughtful reactions too. And the moment you can get those to work together, you're going to play a hell of a lot better than you always have. Your thought and your knowledge about the game. Things like spawns, okay? Where are they in the map? Where do they spawn? Are basically spawns in this game, they're hubs, okay? In team games, they're hubs. So they're going to spawn in a general direction. For example, B on bootleg, they're always going to spawn, if you're going through that middle hallway, they're always going to spawn to the left of you if they're at B. Or if they're at C, they're going to spawn behind there and to the right, you know. If they're at A, they're going to spawn looking through those windows, you know, things like that. Alright? You basically want to move towards the hubs to find the action. In free-for-all, they are single spawns, but they are still general hub spots. So there'll be 1 or 2 guys that can spawn on the left or right of where you thought they were, but you can basically find a map on the internet to figure out where they are. You memorize those spots. You'll know exactly where people are at all times because everybody starts their life off there. Everybody starts from that spot, and the only thing they can do is move a little bit before you find them, and you shoot them. So basically find a map of the spawns on the internet somewhere and fill in the holes in your knowledge. People in COD they're somewhat limited to what they can do because the maps are, you know, they're the maps. So they're always going to be in the same spots. You're going to call those spots hot spots. You're going to check the usual tactics there, and you're going to try your best to have a fail-safe strategy to turn these hot spots into free kill spots. Flanks are usually the easiest way to achieve this. Where do they like to be? Where are the skulls? Where is the objective? Where's the action likely to be? What perks are they using? How can you get your advantages? You don't ever want to count on your teammates, but you want to make sure to use them as a good source of information. Like when they die, you shoot the guy that killed them. The enemy, they can't be where your teammates are at all times because they would be shooting at them. So notice when your teammates are in a gunfight. Notice when they're not in a gunfight. Notice when they're about to get into gunfights and move accordingly. What type of players are these? How do you achieve your goals? Are the players campy? If they're campy, use assault kill streaks if they don't have blind eye. If they do have blind eye, use callouts and put them in their spawn, and that way it's not going to matter because you're going to know they're in their spawn. Kill streaks. If they're using heavy kill streaks, shoot things down with the blind eye class and put the successful guy back in his spawn repeatedly. If they're rushy players, what you need to do is you need to play slower and pick them off when they're moving too much. You know what I mean? Usually you want to watch their flanks because they aren't interested in flags and they'll walk right past them. If they're objective rushy, all you have to do is sit on the objective. Do they have UAVs? Use assassin. Rush them hard. Because if they have UAVs, they're not knowing where you are. If you're moving, they're going to know where you are if you're sitting. Sit rep. You crouch walk them, but you always keep moving. If they have dead silence, just use sit rep. Are they accurate? Use more cover and glitches. So think about what you're doing. Positioning. If somebody head glitches you, head glitch them back. And have better and faster accuracy to win that gunfight. Expectations. If you don't have a goal, you can't achieve it. So know what you want to achieve. Just how good do you want to be? This, in my opinion, is how good you should be or should expect yourself to be, because these are my expectations for myself. There are only two good gauges of your opposition in Modern Warfare 3, their average kills and their score per minute. And this is specific to game modes. Like Search and Destroy, you're going to have a lower average kills, lower KDR, but you can tell if you play Search and Destroy all the time what a good average kills and a good KDR is in there. I don't know. But I do know about Domination. KDR with the low average kills and low score per minutes means that they're a camper. They don't move, because you're not going to see very many people if you're sitting in one spot. Low KDR with a high average kills and high score per minute means they like to rush and they like objectives. Those players are still good players, they just die a lot. Your ultimate goal personally should be for you, or at least it is for me, is to have a high KDR with high average kills and a high score per minute. This means that you want a lot of kills with minimum deaths while playing the objective and killing at least 40 or so people every game. If you have these expectations, you will become a player that regularly achieves 100+ kill games. Okay? So if you expect that from yourself and you criticize yourself very hard when you don't achieve that, and don't even praise yourself when you do, because I'm the type of person who actually gets mad at myself after I go 90-3 if the next game isn't good. Be that guy, okay? Jay Nasty's that guy. Exquisite, he's that guy, okay? Be that guy. You want to have a good example of what you want to achieve. For example, those two players, they're good, but my person that I would like to be like is the Mark of J, because all his skill is raw and all his skill is shoot on sight. Don't get me wrong, he can use his headset, but he can only use it to a limited amount because he's using steady aim and ground war, so you really can't hear footsteps. So for the most part, he's a shoot on sight player, and that's awesome. So that's my example of what a good player is. So I try to get my multi-kills to look like him, or my situations, you know, I try to, like, he's my example. Kind of. Not really, but you know what I'm saying. If there is one player that I do think is good, it's him. You should have an example for yourself. 6, never quit. If they're outplaying you, outplay them. Okay? If they're killing you, kill them first. If you're not playing well enough, do better. But the one thing you never do, you never quit. Don't quit anything in your life that you want to do better at. Like, I can understand if you don't like something, go ahead and stop. If you don't like Call of Duty, don't play Call of Duty anymore. But if you don't like Call of Duty because you're getting your ass kicked, the only reason why you're getting your ass kicked is your fault. So play better. Never quit. Alright, let's talk about gear. In my opinion, it's best to stick with what you learned on. Unless you specifically want to be MLG, then there's something to change, okay? A headset will help you no matter who you are, but you have to learn how to use it and what it is. There are true 5.1 headsets. They have 4 speakers per ear cup, and they deliver true 5.1 surround sound like a standalone speaker set would, okay? They have more than one speaker, right? That's what I use. I like those the best, but that's because I don't get along with simulated surround sound personally. Now, if you do get along with simulated surround sound, and these are what Astros are, they are also good, but you have to get used to them. They also aren't as adjustable as my headset. However, they are just as good as long as your ears are shaped to make them work properly, because that is a factor, and you just have time and experience with them. Then you can position just as well as I could. Turtle Beach X11s, they're stereo headsets. All they have is a left and a right speaker. They're just the same as normal headphones, but they're good. They're good. I played a player with Turtle Beach X11s, and he raped me. And I can obviously position better than he could. So it all depends on your experience and just how good you are personally. Like I said, if you're getting your ass kicked, play better. FPS freaks, they will help you no matter who you are. A scuff controller will help you no matter who you are. Monitors and TVs, however, depend on your personal preference unless you want to be in the MLG. If you want to be in the MLG, you will 100% need a 24-inch or smaller monitor with a 2 millisecond black to white to black. Not gray to gray and not black to white. Response time. Okay, it's got to be black to white to black. Input lag. It's the time it takes for you to move your controller and see the output on the screen. You want that to be less than 1 frame, so it could be equivalent to a cathode ray tube, which is the old monitors that used to have, the big boxy ones, right? They didn't have any input lag at all. Just like plasma TVs, they don't have any input lag at all. Plasma TVs also have some risk for burn-in, and they need some routine maintenance of those, so if you get a plasma, just know what you're getting into, although they are great, and if you can get a 24-inch plasma, you're probably going to be set for everything, just as long as you take care of the thing. Do your research and all the things that you buy. 8, finally, play how you play. Learn other styles if you can, but it's possible to just do one thing and be excellent at it. Play how you play, just know more about the game, and you'll be good at Call of Duty. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like and thumbs up. If you want me to talk about anything else, just let me know. Alright guys, see you later.